Bugle?
Only if you have one and put it on your finger with me.
I will have one.
I'm black. What the hell is a bugle? SNL is no place for minnows, finesse. Sharks.
Okay, we're rolling. Quiet on set, please.
Quiet down, please.
What?
You done
What?
broke the
You
set.
broke it.
Oh boy.
There we go.
You broke it.
Awesome.
Take it away.
My name's Landon. This is my Xfinity Hangout. Welcome. I've got the cast of Outmatched.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. What are we getting ready for here with this?
Well, Landon, first of all, let me start by saying Bugle.
I would only if you have one and put it on your finger with me.
I will have one.
Okay.
Oh, that's adorable.
You gotta scoop
This
it.
is like back in the day.
It really is back in
My
the day.
bugle broke. Let me get another
They
one.
don't put them so you can put them on your fingers anymore. Everybody
I'm
should
okay on a
bugle
bugle,
finger.
but can you do it?
I'm black. What the hell is a bugle?
These are back. These are like old.
Way
It's like a little
back in
witch's
the
hat.
day.
It's a little witch's
Yeah.
hat.
It doesn't go. It
Anyway.
doesn't work with these long nails.
It might be
No.
easier
Oh,
actually.
The nails are so
No,
good.
it's not going in.
No.
Those are good.
What are Cheetos?
Okay. We have to check.
Oh, the hot fries, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't provide.
I really appreciate this, though.
Those are really
Never
good.
see bugles anymore.
Those are really good.
Anybody like a
I used
root
to eat
beer?
those with my grandmother.
I got root beer over here. Anybody good? Drink?
I think I'm all right.
Thank you,
you.
though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Amazing show. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Outmatched. We're really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. It's about a husband and wife. Maggie plays Kay. I play Mike. We're high school sweethearts, and we had kids pretty early. They have these 4 kids, 3 of whom are geniuses, off the charts, and then 1 who is not.
Okay.
Two
but-
parents who are not.
And 2 parents who are not. You know, we're average. And so Finesse and Tisha play our friends, and they you know, I was saying this earlier. I think in a lot of ways the audience will relate to them a lot because they're sort of the couple that has average kids, normal kids, and they come in from the outside and they see our wacky world in our house with these geniuses doing these crazy
And
experiments.
we don't want it.
And they're
No.
just like,
No.
what is going on?
But we're also
Yeah.
Oh.
Vaccinated.
We gotta help them.
Hi, guys. It's going to be a second. Just wrapping up the family game night here.
Oh, well, it's good to know we're paying our sitter to watch you spend time as family.
Players ready and go. Polio, mine box. Lantern, mine box. Antwerp, mine box. Yes. Perfect round.
I told you they were going to be doing something weird when we got here.
They're like the audience as well. Like
Yeah.
the audience of
Yeah.
people who don't have genius kids. Like
Exactly.
everybody else relating. You guys
Yeah.
are that voice. Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that I don't think Maggie and I, Mike and Kay, are not relatable. Because I
Right.
think it's very, simply put, I think it's, you know,
I think Tisha's got something else to say about
No,
it.
no, no. I said,
Okay. All
I
right.
did the black girl.
My
Go
mistake.
ahead.
so,
I like that.
you know,
Liked it.
I'm a dad now, and I can say that I constantly feel like I'm being out manipulated, and like I don't know what I'm doing, and every day is a challenge, and I'm learning. And my kids are way younger than the kids that we have on the show, and so teenagers, and Tisha can speak to this.
Yeah.
I must be just a whole nother level
It's an
of.
entire. My mother used to say, "Little kids, little problems. Big kids, big problems," and that's what it really is.
I'm gonna totally leave the show here for a minute. Jason, I'm a huge fan of yours. I like your wife a lot more, if I'm being totally honest.
Look, me
Can I
too.
tell you something?
Me
No,
too.
I have to say. I have
Me
to say
too.
this is a very funny thing that has happened to me since I tell people I'm working with Jason
And we
Biggs.
all say that.
I
you
love
go.
you, Jason. Everyone loves Jason, but when I tell people, I'm like, I'm working with Jason Biggs. They're like, oh my God, I love his wife.
Yep.
Can I just tell you? Let me say something. Let me say something. Let me say something about this whole thing that's happening.
I'm listening.
The person who is okay, Jenny is.
You're already struggling with this.
so
one.
no. It's
Yep,
literally
careful now.
Jenny is. Nothing makes her happier than what just went down. And you know what? Listen, and she's not wrong. Like for a few years, she was, you know, Jason Biggs and guest. You know, she dealt with that for a while, and it was supremely annoying, as you can imagine. And now I'm guest. And I gotta say, it's kind of awesome. It really is awesome.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm like beyond proud of her. Nothing makes me happier than when someone who I just met goes, you know, I like you, but I love your wife.
She's cool.
Because
Yeah.
you know, I do too. I love her. She's
That's
awesome.
so
She's super
awesome.
funny, and it's Yeah, and as happy as it makes her 20 times happier. But she deserves it. You know, so.
But you both are with like very funny people.
Yeah.
Well, Landon, I will say this. You're really sitting in front of some comedy geniuses right now.
I am at all.
I'm a witness. I've seen the performances of everyone sitting to my left. And it's a pleasure to go to work with these guys.
It is.
And then the finished product, when we watch it, we're like, oh, we did that. You know? And so it's great to sit down at a table every Monday and do a table read. We get big laughs in the table read. We get bigger laughs by the time the show is taping on Friday. And we can't wait for everybody to watch it.
And their chemistry is crazy.
Yeah.
And then you mix and match. So then we're together,
Right.
and then our chemistry. They're together. It's so nice to watch.
There's a bro code that's being established.
Oh no!
A bro code.
You all have no idea what's happening
That's
right here.
Finesse, you're dishing out the compliments. I'm a huge SNL fan. I know you were there with the Eddie Murphy. Tell us about that. What is SNL like?
SNL is definitely funner when you're not on the show. It's a pressure cooker when you're on it. To out funny the person sitting next to you is sort of like, this environment isn't great individually, but as a group, we have to put on a show that's going to start, as Lauren says, at 11:29. So get it together, and we all come together and we put a show on. But it's competitive. You don't realize that because you're so happy to be on it, and then by show 3, you're like, wait a minute. You tanked my sketch on purpose to get your sketch on. A lot of people don't know that part of it.
Some unfriendly competition, really.
Yeah, but it's always friendly. But it's unfriendly.
Oh.
But it's friendly. You know what I mean? Is that weird?
But
You
it's
have to do what
unfriendly,
you have
though.
to do when you're on that show, right?
Right. It's like talking to Tracy Morgan and you're like, so what do I do?
Survive. We sharks. Everybody's a shark. So you just gotta survive.
Oh my God, you look just
That was incredible.
Yeah,
that was
really
a great
good.
invitation.
Good.
You got any more in the
Pretty
tank?
SNL is no place for minnows, Finesse. Sharks. Straight sharks.
Keep going. Don't leave Finesse's body. Just
You know what this really makes me think? I wish we had Tracy Morgan in your part.
Oh, jeez.
I really wish.
I miss Tracy. I worked with
wish
him
that
once. He's
You're
so
like,
funny.
it's like he's here, though.
But,
No.
but I will say that, getting to work with somebody new every Saturday and then going back for the Eddie Murphy show, and everybody came back for the show. We all knew we were going to come back because it was Eddie. But to just see everybody again, and I had a great cast when I was there, the Maya Rudolphs and Jason Sudeikis and Amy Poehler's. Everybody's great. And to just come back and sit down with my new castmates and rub it in their face.
Yeah, I liked your
You were doing the whole
photos with
time on
Eddie.
the Instagram. I know.
I
I was
saw
like,
it.
you were just
It's just me and Eddie and Chappelle, guys. And what do you guys do this weekend?
That was
Oh,
so
that's
cool.
right. Yeah,
no
kids.
big deal. No
Yeah.
big deal at all.
No, but it's great. And it gets you ready and prepared for this business, whether you're a writer on the show or whether you're a talent or you're both. It really propels you if you just do the work because the door is already open just because you said SNL.
Sure.
And so, and that's great. And it's great to be with such professionals on this show on Fox because, I mean, Tisha Campbell, Martin, Maggie Lawson, Syke, Jason Biggs, and his great wife, Jenny.
Yeah.
No. This is all great.
Well played. Well played.
Boom!
Well played.
so good.
Very well played.
I heard Maggie say, "Oh, Jason," and I feel as though you've heard that before.
A lot. I hear O. Jason quite a lot.
I got a chance.
I hear it at home.
a chance to work on the Wendy Williams show. I guest host sometimes, and I got the chance to work with Jenny Mullen, and
right.
she was just like, "Oh, my husband Jason Biggs." And I was like, "Oh, that's your husband, yeah." And I swear, by the time the show was over, I forgot she was married to you because she's so dope and funny.
By the way, same thing happened to her. Same thing happened to her. She forgets that she's married to me. And, yeah.
To be honest, I had never met
so
Jenny,
cool.
and after the taping, I just say all that to say that everything that everybody's saying about Jenny, I got to witness it. She's a sweet person.
Totally.
So you're very blessed, bro. Yeah.
He told me too. He was like, he told me my homework over the summer was to read both of her books, which I have now. And Jenny's wonderful.
And you know what? No, I will say this. He's so incredible too because after we filmed 3 shows and then we are off for 1 and then back on 3. He rushes home to his family.
What?
He's such a family man and
Every
jumps
weekend.
on a plane.
Yeah.
I will say
And
this.
on the
Doesn't
weekends
sleep.
too,
Doesn't sleep.
right? On the weekends too, because we film on Friday. So on the weekend, he's like, I'm out.
Landon, this is the funny part.
He takes what?
Tisha, this is the funny part.
Oh, here we go.
We start taping at 5, and Jason is such in a good mood at 5 to 8. When it gets to around 9 o'clock, and we're still taping, his whole mood.
Wait,
it goes
tell?
from
No, it's just anxious.
I didn't think you could tell.
because Jason,
I honestly
for
didn't
whatever
think-
He's
reason,
trying to catch that
he
plane.
always
He's
try. He's trying to catch an 11 o'clock flight from
Yeah.
LAX,
Yeah.
and he's gonna leave straight from the studio and go.
Yeah.
So as soon as 9 o'clock hits, and we know we have like 4 more scenes to go, it goes from just like to guys, we gotta knock
Let's
this
go,
out.
guys.
Let's get out of here.
I didn't think it was that obvious. But
No, but he's so sweet to just
Yeah.
rush home to his family like that.
Yeah.
I really admire that.
But he never lets the kids see that on the show because he always shows the great energy you need for everybody to have a great performance on the show. He's a good leader on the show.
Yeah, he is.
That's great.
You're a good dude.
Thank you,
You're
guys.
a good one.
And then I get on
Yeah.
that plane and I go home and I just hear a weekend full of, oh, Jason.
I'll save it for another time. What I really wanted to get into is Jenny's dictator lunches. We'll save it.
Ah,
But
Those are works. They're works of art.
they look like it, and so are
Yeah.
yours.
Oh, thank you. I'm
But,
quite proud of mine.
But I appreciate you guys swinging by here
Thank
today
you.
to kick it at my hangout. And
Thanks for having us.
And I hope
Thank
you guys
for the
have a great
bugle.
rest. Anytime. Take more with you.
I will.
So thank you guys. I super
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
you.
Bye, Jenny. We love you.
There aren't many books written about how to raise 3 genius kids. Well, actually, there are. They're just super long.
2 ordinary parents.
We nurtured their gifts and encouraged their natural curiosity.
S'il vous plaît, don't Gaston.
English.
But small words.
Man, that was dumb.
3 extraordinary children.
I'm developing an opera about Sacco and Vanzetti.
I do theoretical physics.
I will not be a Salieri in my own home.
I don't know what any of that means.
All I want is one day of normal.
All right, so let's do it.
We're going to the boardwalk?
That doesn't sound normal. It sounds trashy. We live in Atlantic City. Normal is trashy.
I think it sounds fun. Is it okay if I bring a friend?
Yes.
He's got a friend, just like the kids in the movies.
We're good to go. Let's roll on A and B.
Peanut butter is the longest relationship I've ever had.
Have you seen this man?
Jake's got his shirt off a lot.
We're done.
Let's listen to Go Cops.
And scene.